Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to make some barbecued poutine Canadian style. So the reason I'm doing this video is because a bunch of us YouTube cooks got together and we were arguing over who makes better poutine, Americans or Canadians. Personally, I think it's Canadians because poutine was invented in Quebec, which is in Canada. So in order to settle the argument, we organized into two teams, Team Canada and Team USA. And in the description section below this video, you can see the two teams and the various YouTube channels under each team. So go check them out. Go check out their poutine videos and let me know what you think about them, and come back here and comment if you think mine is better or worse, first, second, third. Any comments or feedback would be appreciated. To make the curds, you'll need a large stock pot and a smaller stainless steel pot that can fit inside of the stock pot. You're going to want to fill the stock pot about half full with water, and in this case I put a little glass container on the bottom just so the stainless steel smaller container would fit properly inside of the stock pot. Then you're going to want to add about 4 liters of milk. You can use skim milk, 1%, 2%, doesn't really matter for this recipe. Now bring the milk up to approximately 90 degrees Fahrenheit and then add in approximately 1 ounce of buttermilk and maintain that temperature of 90 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 1 hour. This is called the ripening process. After an hour, you're going to want to take a quarter tablet of rennet and crush it up so it's in a powder form. Dissolve it in cold water and then sprinkle it over the top of the milk mixture with a slotted spoon so that it's evenly distributed across the surface. Then you're going to want to start stirring the milk by sort of pressing down with a slotted spoon. And then you're going to want to cover the mixture and let it sit for about an hour for the milk to coagulate into the curd. After an hour, uncover it, and then you should be able to start cutting the curd. To cut the curd, just get a sharp knife. I used a serrated knife in this instance, and just make cuts one direction about 1 inch apart, and then go the other way so you're making 1-inch cubes, or as close to 1-inch cubes as you can get. Now take your slotted spoon and gently push down on your curd so that it mixes it up, and you're going to want to gently stir the curd mixture and maintain a temperature of approximately 100 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. This is called cooking the curd. After about 30 minutes of cooking the curd, press down the curds to the bottom of the pot with both of your hands, using the back of your hands, until the curd forms a solid mass at the bottom of the pot. Then you're going to want to scoop out the whole mass of curds and put it into a colander. After allowing the curds to drain in the colander for about 30 minutes, put them on a cutting board and make a lengthwise cut to cut it into 2 pieces. Then stack the curds on top of each other and put a paper towel underneath the 2 stacked curds. Then you're going to want to put something heavy on top of them to really squish and squeeze all of that moisture out of them. In this case, I just used a normal cutting board. Every 30 minutes, remove the weight from the curd and then flip the curd upside down on top of a fresh piece of paper towel, and repeat this several times for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, start cutting your curds into 1-inch by 2-inch cubes, and then toss them into a metal bowl with some salt and let them sit for another 30 to 40 minutes. Now moving on to make the French fries. There's a lot of different ways to make fries, but my favorite method is to fry them up on the Blackstone Griddle. The first step is to wash and then cut some russet potatoes into thin fries, and then let them soak in water for about 30 minutes to remove some of the extra starch that makes them stick together during cooking. Then you're going to want to boil them for about 5 minutes until they're almost done, but they're still firm. This step is optional, but I find it's way quicker to boil them before throwing them on the griddle. Now throw down some oil on your Blackstone Griddle and griddle them up for a few minutes until you get a nice crispy texture. To make the poutine sauce or gravy, I melted 6 tablespoons of butter and mixed it with about 1/4 cup of flour until it turned golden brown. Then I added 20 ounces of beef broth and 10 ounces of chicken broth, brought it to a boil, and then added some cornstarch dissolved in water to thicken it up. This gravy was super simple, and you can use any leftover gravy that you have for pretty much anything else you cook. Now, to assemble everything together, you're going to want to take a bowl and poutine your fries, poutine your cheese curds, and poutine your gravy. And once you poutine everything into this bowl, then throw it into the Masterbuilt electric smoker at 270 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, using maple wood, of course. This is Canadian Poutine, after all. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This poutine's all ready, so I just took it out of the Masterbuilt electric smoker, and it is ready to go. So I'm going to do a quick taste test here. And it looks good. Get one of these cheese curds. Super smoky. And it's got that squeaky sort of consistency. You can hear the squeak. Here, come closer. Come closer. Oh, good. This is amazing, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I had so much fun doing this barbecue poutine challenge, and I hope Team Canada wins, but tell me what you guys think. There's some other YouTube channels that have done other poutine challenges in the description section below. You can find their channels. Go check them out. Tell me which ones you like the most. Thanks a lot, guys. See you on the trail. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. All you gotta do to subscribe is hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, or hit the icon that is right here, right there. Click that button and you'll be able to receive notifications whenever I post new videos. Also, check out some of my other videos here. All right, guys, see you on the trail.